What happens when you create a clear and obvious brand? Well, you're clear and obvious to the people in the marketplace, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Hi, I'm Scott Wintrip. I'm the president of the Wintrip Consulting Group and the author of High Velocity Hiring, How to Hire Top Talent in an Instant. And I'm sitting here with a longtime friend, Joe McDermott. Hello, Joe. How are you today?
Scott, good to see you as always.
Joe is the grand poobah of Keepers. And Keepers, I'm going to keep saying Keepers, Keepers all over again. Keepers is an amazing staffing firm. You have a great reputation, and your name, I think, says it all. So first off, tell everybody why you picked that clear and obvious brand name.
We are a firm that we've always felt that it's equally a challenge to find really great candidates as it is to find really great customers. But on the candidate side, we just thought the proposition of staffing wasn't as sweet a proposition as it needed to be. So our proposition is we're going to find you a job. So in talking about keepers, again, we want you to keep our associates, and that's our effort from day one. It's not for you to continue to temp. It's for you to find a permanent position and be very happy with that going forward, because finding a job sometimes is kind of not that much fun. And this way, they know that we're on the same page that they're on. Let's find them a permanent position, a career, and something that they really can be excited about and proud of. So, keepers.
So, in one word, you've sent a message to both clients that they can get keepers from you, but also candidates that they can get jobs that are keepers as well. It's just brilliant, Joe. I've always loved it. And I have to admit, I was being a little dense about that. I always thought about this from the client perspective, that they get to hire keepers from you. I hadn't thought about it till today from the other perspective. I guess that's one of my bald moments here. So there you have it. That's what happens when you have a clear and an obvious brand. Now, how do you go about that? Joe, would you agree with me that maybe somebody has a great brand that's not clear and obvious? Maybe they could add a tagline instead. Do you think that would help if they're, maybe they've got a company name like What's a Bubble? Yeah. Okay, I just made up that word. The What's a Bubble company. What if they added a tagline that it briefly said what they did? Do you think that would help?
Well, one of the things that you've drilled into my head is you got to live whatever your tagline is, whatever your brand is. If you don't live it, it doesn't, not to be trite, but it doesn't come to life. And so nobody sees it. Yeah. It's just a tagline. And there's plenty of those out there in the marketplace, even with huge corporations, where you hear their tagline and you think, I don't get that experience. So you really have to make it come to life.
There you have it. Clear and obvious brand. That could be your company name or a tagline, and make sure you live your brand. Bring it to life. Joe, thank you. I have a feeling Keepers is going to be around for a long time because you have such a strong brand and you have a strong message and you live it. I know this because I've known you for a long time. So Joe, thanks for joining me today. Certainly. Thanks to all of you. I hope that your brand, if it's not clear and obvious, you'll do some work. You either rebrand or add a tagline that you'll live every single day. So again, I'm Scott Wintrip. This is Joe McDermott of Keepers. If you found this helpful, I hope you'll share it with your friends. Take care now.